Hey, hello, this is Andrea, and today is Saturday, June 6th, 2020. And it's the first day in June that it hasn't rained yet. Knock on wood. Wait a minute.
What table's working?
Well, this is a visual cue. So last night we had, oh man, I don't remember what we had for dinner last night. Oh, we did make your own pizzas, which we do with tortillas. We put some sauce down and some cheese and then whatever toppings and put it in the oven. Do you know how long we put it in the oven?
425 for 9 minutes.
425 for 9 minutes.
It's about perfect.
He's being quiet because I asked him not to talk. What? It's true. And the dogs are walking around. So Bob's making burgers for dinner tonight. I cut the tomato and onions. And I washed the lettuce. And we have fancy dinnerware on the table. You know. Look, we don't use these every night, but every now and then you want a little bit of a break. One wants a bit of a break. So, finally last night my son and I watched that movie, The Lighthouse. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know whether to recommend it to people or not. It's a very odd movie. So it's by the same guy who did The Witch, that movie called The Witch, but it's spelled with two V's instead of a W. That movie was a little better than The Lighthouse, although I liked it because Willem Dafoe was in it, and he's a really good actor. And the other actor was Robert Pattinson. He was in those sparkly vampire movies. He wasn't the Harry Potter guy. So I got them mixed up. What do they call those sparkly vampire movies? Do you remember? Sudden Dawn or something? Twilight. I'm sorry, they weren't my thing. I didn't prefer, I saw the first one and it was not for me. But anyway, yeah. I'm still laughing because I said sparkly vampires. Anyway. Bob went to the store and bought a saw today so that we can cut.
DeWalt reciprocating saw.
A DeWalt reciprocating saw and a large power cord because we got the kind that plugs in. And you got a weed whacker too, right?
Yeah, weed whacker. Which
is like, sometimes people call it a trimmer or an edger. It's that thing with the string that runs around like this and can cut you. I don't know if I'm describing it correctly. Oh, yesterday in Pennsylvania, so our county and all the counties around it, we've been in the red zone or the red phase. Yesterday, the counties that were in the red phase moved to yellow, and the counties that were in the yellow phase moved to green. And the yellow phase, what happens in the yellow phase is that for Pennsylvania is that you can't have a gathering of more than 25 people. Restaurants can be open if they have outside seating and it's wide seating. I don't know how to explain it. There's spaces. But still, I think you have to wear masks when you go places. There's a couple of other kinds of stores that are allowed to be open now. But they still are not allowing hairdressers, barbers, nail salons, gyms, and movie theaters. So, but we're staying in for a long time anyway because of medical reasons. Oh, I had an idea I was thinking about last night because this is a weird train of thought. I was thinking about Fantasy Island, the TV show and the movie. Like, on Fantasy Island, you get whatever your fantasy is, right? They make it real for you. But I wouldn't go to Fantasy Island because my fantasy is to go to England and Wales. There's a bunch of different places I want to see there, probably more than I could fit in a 2-week period. So I would probably just end up going there instead of to Fantasy Island. And then I thought last night, why don't I write down a list? I already have a partial list, but why don't I write a list of all the things I want to see and do in England and Wales. I wouldn't mind to see Ireland and Scotland too, but there's so many things I want to see in England and Wales that it wouldn't all fit into the same trip. I would be disappointed if I missed out on some of the things, you know. So I was thinking I could make a list and I could find videos of the different places and do like a virtual tour of some of them. Like for instance, I'd like to see Churchill's bunker. I think he has more than one, but the main one, you know, that you can tour. So that's just an example. If I watched a tour of that, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll try some recipes, you know, from England and Wales. So I might try that. That might be a little stay-at-home vacation I do. I don't know if Bob's interested. I haven't talked to him about it yet. This is the first he's hearing it, so. And he's been to England and Wales, so he's got one up on me there. He's been to the Sherwood Forest, which is apparently just one tree now. Well, he's been to other things too, but that was the one that our kids were little at the time, so it was interesting. Anyway, so what are you planning? Are you doing anything special this summer, even if it's at home? I was thinking of what if we did something for the backyard, but I don't even know what to do. It's not like I want a pool or something. You know, what I really want is I want to have a bonfire, but we have to trim these trees a lot before we can do that. We have a lot of overhang. It's pretty high up, but I don't know if I don't know how good I'd feel about having, you know, a fire pit with that. So, not a bonfire, not something that big. I mean, I meant a fire pit, you know, like those little metal things, but anyway. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I had lovely furniture out there and little lights that, you know, the sun, what are they called? Solar lights. You know, they turn on at night, but during the day they gather solar energy. So, I don't know. I really don't want to order a bunch of stuff. So maybe I'll just make things. I'll just decorate with stuff I got. Anyway. That's all I got for today. I hope you're having a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.